Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Today I'm going to tell you some money saving tips. You don't have to use them. I just want to show them to you just to make sure that your bills don't run up way high and you run out of money way too fast. So let's get right into it. So first off, let's start with bills, like I said before. So bills are about 1% of the value of your plot. So keeping on lights or turning them off doesn't really have to do anything with bills. What adds value to your plot is the value of your house. So let's say I buy a $25,000 car. Let's just place it right here. That would mean my bills are 1% of that car. Every 2 hours, I think it's every 2 hours, I'm not 100% sure of that, I would have to pay $25 for that car in bills. So if your house value is $100,000, you would have to pay $100 in bills. Now if you're premium, it's 0.5% or around that, and you would have to pay $50 in bills for a $100,000 house. Now you would think it might be smart to go for BloxBurg items, but they actually add a lot of value to your house. So let me just place this quad bike. It's 1,000 BloxBurg, and if I look at the value of my house now, that means my house value is $20,000. So without premium, I would have to pay $20 for that. No, not 20. $200 for that car, just to have it on my plot. I'm sorry, I probably made a mistake with the 25,000 car as well. It's 1%. For the $25,000 car, I would have to pay $250 in bills every 2 hours. That's a lot of money. So if you count that up, you would actually end up paying a lot in bills. Now, if you have premium, you would actually have to pay $100 to have this car on your plot every 2 hours. So if you want to have a lot of cars in your house, keep in mind that your bills will go up really high and it goes really fast. Then another tip I want to give you is when you build your first house, don't build it like this. Well, I'm just overreacting basically, but I'm trying to say that don't build too many tiny walls, because painting this wall will cost you, put it in some wood material, and then some brownish will cost you $25, and this will cost you $25 as well. So that's $50 in total. Now if you have a lot of small spaces in your house, you would end up having to pay 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, $275. So for this amount of wall, I paid $50. For this, I paid $275. So painting actually gets out a lot of budget out of your money as well. Just keep in mind that if you build your first house and you don't have a lot of money, make the rooms a little bigger. Don't add too many like pieces of wall that are separated. And if you're building, just keep in mind that paint will run you out really fast. For the kitchen, for counters, you actually have to pay a lot as well. So if you buy this counter, the modern counter, that's $500 for one, which means you will pay $5 every 2 hours to have this counter in your house. And who has a kitchen with one counter? So that adds up really fast. So if you're building your first house, I suggest just keeping the cheapest counter. It will add $1 to your bill. So if you have 5 of them standing right next to each other, that will run you $5 every 2 hours, which is actually really doable. Also, same thing for kitchen decorations. You can buy different stoves, different fridges. They don't have any extras. This Pro Chef stove doesn't let you cook any faster than the basic stove. This one is $300, so that would run you $3 in bills if you don't have premium. This one is $4,000, which would run you already $40 every 2 hours. If you count all of that up, that would be a really expensive option to get. So if you're a little poor and you don't want to work too much and you don't want to pay your bills, like you don't want to have $1,000 bills, you can actually paint everything to match up as well, to make it look a little more expensive too. So just keep that in mind as well. Also, this icebox fridge is really good quality, and reliability doesn't really do anything yet. I don't know if that will come to the game or not, but it doesn't really like break, or it doesn't have poorer quality or anything. I don't know. It's just if you want to have a cheap house, those are the options to get. You can always paint them to make them look more expensive. For the roof, same thing. if you go to roofs, some of them are $18 per square, some of them are $6. So if you can get a flat roof and just place that. If you have the multiple floor pass and your build is lower than 3 stories, you can always go to floor, put the automatic placement off if you're not on tablet, of course, and just place your roof like that. It will be cheaper than buying a roof, and you'll get a roof in the end, so you can just paint it like a roof or whatever you want to do with it. So that makes it a little bit cheaper. So what I said before, keeping your lights out doesn't do anything to the build. Also, decoration is nice, but don't overdo with it, because decorations also run you a lot of money. If you buy a nice flower, this one is $460, which would mean that you would already have to pay $5 in bills probably. This one would run you $4 in bills, but if you got a lot of plants standing around your house, that would add up to about $100, $200 as well in bills. So just keep in mind not to add too many decorations if you want to keep your bills low. And for food, let me just buy a fridge real quick. So I'm gonna go to kitchen. I'm gonna buy the cheapest fridge because I don't want my bills to run up way high. And what I usually do is I go to the fridge and I go to quick meals, and then I go to yogurt, because yogurt is only $4 and I eat that. It gives me 45% hunger. It's not that expensive. If you want to cook, a lot of people cook the cheapest things that they can get, but keep in mind that if you want your hunger to be full, you're gonna have to eat 2 of them. So someone just ran into my plot, hello. So if you're gonna have to eat 2 of them, so they will run out easier than, for example, a turkey. A turkey gives you 100% hunger. If you go to work, your turkey will still run you, it will run you quite some time. So I'm just gonna get a turkey out my fridge. Do I still have some turkey? No, I don't. I'm gonna just eat some hot dogs. I'm gonna take portion and eat them, and I see nothing goes up here. Let's see if I just make something real quick. So I'm gonna make a turkey real quick, and then I'm gonna eat it. So I have to cut it and such. Okay, so as I said, if I take a piece of, oh, I almost kicked this person out. If I take a piece of turkey and I eat it, you'll see these 2 bars, and they will stay for a little while. So if you're working, you won't get hungry, and that is really nice. So if you buy the more expensive food, you will like run on it a little bit longer. Just keep in mind that if you keep more expensive food, or you cook more expensive food, it will just run you a little longer. So that's just a personal opinion, but I just wanted to tell you that as well. So I guess that was it for my money saving tips. I hope this helped you a little bit. So just the tip is keep your plot value low. You can buy cheap furniture instead of expensive furniture, and it will have the same value, or well, it will not have the same value. Like it will almost look the same if you paint it right and you paint it like a little fancy. So that's good. I guess that was it really. There's one more thing I forgot to tell you. If you are building and you built something really expensive, let me find something expensive real quick. Vehicles, for example. So you place this vehicle, it's $25,000, and you're like, I don't want that vehicle, I'm gonna remove it. This will only give you $17,500 back. So that means you lost $7,500. If you click Ctrl Z, I guess I have a different keyboard. It's either Ctrl W or Ctrl Z, but I'm pretty sure it's Ctrl Z for you guys. If you hit Ctrl Z, you will get the full money back. That's basically the undo button. If you hit Ctrl Y, it will place the car back. So just don't sell it too quickly because you will lose money. So just hit Ctrl Z, and it will save you some money as well while building, instead of just removing the item you just placed. So that was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips helped you out a little bit on saving money. Hit that like button down below and subscribe.